All right, so we're going to go ahead and set up the Livingston Hotels and Resorts site with some web content, taking a look at the structures and some templates we have pre-provided. Okay, so if you're not already logged in, make sure you log in and go to the Livingston Hotels and Resorts site. If you're in another site, you can either use that site selector like we've done before, or you can just click on this top left section here and it will bring you right to the front page. All right. We're going to actually set up the Fjord theme that we installed at the beginning of this training. And we're going to go ahead and remove the Hello World and sort of prep the pages for some new content. Okay. So let's go ahead and start by removing the Hello World widget here. So we can click on the options menu for the widget. It's going to be at that top right. And remove, and OK. All right. So now we have that removed. We have a clear page to work with, and now we want to go ahead and add the Fjord theme. So open up Build and Pages in the Site Administration panel. Okay, again, I have that open here. If you don't already have that menu open, just go ahead and leave that open when you can. All right, and we're going to click on the little configuration symbol here for public pages. This is how we're going to change the theme for our site. Okay. If you're interested in learning how to build a theme or do some of the front-end development that we'll be using in this course, go ahead and take a look at that front-end developer course that we have available as well. All right, if we scroll down here, you'll see the Change Current Theme option, so go ahead and select that. And we see the Fjord option here. So again, we installed that earlier. We're going to go ahead and actually use that for the Livingston Hotels and Resorts site. Okay. So select the Fjord theme, and then go ahead and open this logo section as well. We're going to change the logo to use a special Livingston logo instead of the DXP one. So click on Change here. Select. All right, navigate to your exercises, and we will be in the third section here, Publishing Content Quickly. And we're going to go ahead and use the Livingston logo.png. That should be in the middle here. Open that up. And click Done. All right, once you've done that, go ahead and click Save. And we can click on Go To Site to see all of it show up together. All right, so here we go. So we have the Fjord theme. This is, again, the theme that we build in the front-end developer course, and we have our new logo. All right, so let's go ahead and start working on some content to go on this site together. So go ahead and close the build section if it's still open for you, and open up content and web content in the site administration panel. All right, what we want to do here is we want to add specific web content structures. Okay, now we talked about document types in the last chapter. And those were a way of providing fields that can be filled out, so metadata that can be gathered, information that can be gathered for a document. All right. Web content structures are similar to document types in that you can provide some fields and you can also identify a specific type of web content that you want to create. But the difference is the fields are for the actual content itself, whereas with the document types, of course, it is going to be with that metadata. Okay, so let's click on Structures here at the top. All right, and we're going to add a news structure for the Livingston Hotels and Resorts, for any news about the hotels or resorts that come in. So let's go ahead and click on Add at the top. All right, we're going to go ahead and name this one News, of course. And we have an editor that's going to look exactly like our document types. Okay, so we're going to start by adding 2 text fields to the top. All right, next we're going to add a date field and an image field. So you'll see image and documents and media. We want to go ahead and be able to add images from our file system, so we'll add image here. And then lastly, we will add a text field and an HTML field. Okay, the HTML field is going to give us that Alloy editor. So go ahead and add that to the very, very bottom. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and configure these together. All right, we're pretty much going to just go ahead and change the field labels for all of these. All right, so go ahead and click on the top text here. Go ahead and double click on field label. We're going to change this to article title and click save. All right, click on the second checkbox and we'll change this name to byline and click save. All right, for the next field, we'll go ahead and click on date. And we're going to change this field label to posted on and click save. All right, and you'll notice the name here for these while we're doing this is changing. This is going to be the database name, and this is how we can actually get data in our templates, so that's important. Okay. Click on the images field here, and we're going to change this field label to story image. Okay. And then for the last two, we're going to go ahead and change the text field here to lead. And for the HTML field, we're going to change this one to simply content. All right, so this gives us our basic structure. Again, it's nice and simple, but what we're doing here is we are identifying the kind of content we want to add, and then we're identifying exactly what information needs to be included in this particular type of web content. Okay, so once you're done with that, go ahead and click Save. All right, and then what we want to do is we want to go ahead and add a template. Okay, now we're going to actually add a blank template here. And the reason for this is because we're going to use this as a more advanced example with fragments in the next section. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on templates. All right, we're just going to create a placeholder template. So click on the add button here. All right, and we're going to name this news template. All right, now if we were actually adding a template here, we can either have our front-end developers add their code here, or we can have them choose a file for a FreeMarker template that they've already created for us. But for now, let's just go ahead and click Save, and this will give us a generic starting point, and we can come back to this structure a little bit later. All right, so for the rest of these structures and templates, we're actually going to import them with some finished templates that we can take advantage of. Okay, so go ahead and click on the Web Content tab here. Click on Options and Export Import. Go ahead and click on Import and select File. And we're going to go ahead and choose the structures templates.lar and open that up. Go ahead and click on Continue and Import. All right, once you see successful, go ahead and close the pop-up. And we'll see here we have a number of structures and we have a number of templates. Okay, so let's go ahead and add some templates for these structures. So we have two structures that we added. Let's click on the Templates tab here. Click on the 4-image grid template. Okay, and we're just going to select the file handed off to us by our front-end developer team. Okay, so go ahead and click on Choose File, or maybe say Browse for you. All right, and choose at the very top the 4-image template FTL. And FTL stands for FreeMarker. It's just a FreeMarker templating language file. So go ahead and open that up. Scroll down and click Save. All right, so we have our new template. If you're interested, you can actually hop in here and take a look at the code. Feel free to pause the video and investigate a little bit if you are interested. But we're going to go ahead and create a new piece of web content using these structures and templates. So open up Content and Web Content. Okay, make sure you're in this web content section, or you can just navigate back, whatever works for you. All right, and we're going to go ahead and click on the Add button, and you'll see our new content types here, or I should say web content types here. Okay, so let's go ahead and choose the 4-image grid. And we're going to go ahead and create a new content article for the featured hotels. Okay, so go ahead and name this Featured Hotels for the title. All right, and we're going to scroll down. We'll see the structure. Okay, so there's going to be 4 sections essentially that we'll be working with, starting with the image 1 text. Okay, so first we will add a title for the entire thing. So we're going to go ahead and type in here Livingston Group Hotels. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and add each of these sections. So these will contain images as well as the actual name of the hotel. Okay. Now, if all of this was set up, if we had all of our sites set up, they had URLs set up for us, what we could do is we can also add links. So that's how this structure is actually set up. So when we are presenting these featured hotels, users will be able to click on them and be directed to the appropriate site. So let's go ahead and click on image 1 text here. And we're going to go ahead and type in Playa Azul Hotel. And then we're going to click select for the image. All right. We're going to go ahead and click on select file. And in your exercises in that third chapter, go ahead and find the Playa Azul JPEG. Go ahead and open that up. And click add. And again, you can add an item description and a link to page if you have a link as well. Scroll down to the image 2 text, so it'll be in that second section. Let's go ahead and add the name Grand Livingston Hotel. Click select for the image. Select file, just like we did before. And find the Grand Livingston.jpg and open that up. Okay, we can go ahead and add that. Scroll down to the third section, image 3. We can call this one Iron Rose. Let's call it the Iron Rose. Select the image and select file. Find the Iron Rose JPEG and click add. All right, and for the last one, for image 4, go ahead and type in Purple Palace Hotel. Click select for image, select file, and go ahead and find the purple.jpg and click add. All right, so this gives us our basic setup. Again, if you'd like, you can go ahead and set up some sites for each of these hotels. You can add the links here and test how all of this is going to work once the template is set. All right, but for now, let's go ahead and hit publish. Okay, so this gives us our featured hotels, and we'll place this on the page soon. All right, but before we do that, let's go ahead and create a banner for the front page as well. All right, so go ahead and click on add and one column banner. It's going to be one of the other structures and templates we imported. Okay, we're going to call this just simply Livingston Banner. All right, and then we have some text boxes we can add in here. For the title, we're going to call this Livingston Hotels and Resorts. For the heading here, let's go ahead and type in kick back, relax, and enjoy. All right, and then we're going to add our image. So click on select under banner image, select file, and go ahead and choose the Livingston banner image.jpg. Click add, and if you scroll down, you can go ahead and click publish. All right, so these are making use of some structures. Again, we're just filling out fields that we have for different kinds of content we want on the platform. So you can feel free to create your own structures, maybe test out some of your own templates, and maybe do a little bit more with these options provided. Feel free again to pause the video and do whatever feels right for you. All right, but for us, we're going to go ahead and just add this content to the page. All right, so click Go to Site in the Site Administration panel. And we're just going to add the content here to our page. So click on Add at the top right. Okay, and we have our content in this content section here of the Add menu. All right, so go ahead and drag the Livingston banner onto the page. And we'll see our banner with our template in action. All right, and then we can drag the featured hotels content underneath our banner. Okay, we can close this up. We'll see our banner, and we'll see our feature hotels. Okay. Like I said, right now there are links here, but those links don't go anywhere. We would need to actually add in the site links for each of these hotels or resorts. All right, so there we have it. That is an introduction to structures and templates for web content. Remember, you can create those distinct types of web content that you'd like, and you can make the life of your writers much, much easier by simply providing that structure for them. So in the next section, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the new option in 7.1, page fragments. All right, so I'll see you there.